Lenny, I want to take you inside and look into my family and into my mother, Bessie Knight, and into her 90 years as we do this tribute to say happy birthday, Bessie, for your 90 years.
You may know her as Miss Bessie, Aunt Bessie, Grandma, or even just Bessie Knight. Annapolis' official mom, a kind, loving woman that's known to many. Over the 90 years of life that God has blessed her with, Miss Bessie Knight has made numerous personal relationships, family, friends, children, siblings, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and numerous family and relatives all over the United States. You may have your own personal relationship with her in your way, but we want to show you a little bit more, because there's a lot more to this story. So join us as we take a look into the life of this amazing woman, Miss Bessie Mary Knight. Bessie M. Knight, born the daughter of William Herndon and Eva Herndon, later to go on to become Eva Pinckney, was born in Annapolis, Maryland on September the 11th, 1923. 6 years prior to the start of the Great Depression era in 1929, Bessie had to learn to endure tough times at a very early age. And like many Americans during this tough time, Bessie learned to make no excuses, but instead used these lessons to build character and determination and a strong foundation of her faith. Both William and Eva helped to shape her personality, to understand that building strong relationships was going to be a key to her life. With the help from her sibling Alice, the sisters formed a relationship that would bond throughout their entire life. Set with the backdrop of the roaring 1920s, 1930s, and 1940s, Bessie grew up in an era when America was evolving. Politics, war, religion, pop culture, sports, and the economy were all going through major changes. So Bessie, along with many other Americans, turned to music as an outlet to deal with the uncertainty of the times. The freedom of expression through music in this era gave so many a chance to put away their worries and be carefree.
Star Theater, we had the Os Club, we had the YMCA, and Cozy Cabin.
As for Annapolis during these times, was known as a port city, which brought men serving in the armed forces to the town. This small yet diverse city was rich in culture and had the lure of succulent seafood, a jumping nightlife, and of course, a divergent community of available and beautiful African American women. It was here where a young and very handsome serviceman named Leonard Knight, originally from Alabama, set port in Annapolis, Maryland. Being the smooth and debonair guy he was, Leonard knew beauty when he saw it. He knew there was something very special about this beautiful young lady named Bessie. He soon became the apple of her eye, and a romance and a union was formed, from which 5 children were raised by Leonard and Bessie. The eldest, a daughter named Carlise, then the first male child, Dwayne, then the second female child, Delorma, then came Equavian, and finally there was Leonard Jr.
I even remember my grandfather, William Herndon, coming to Annapolis to see my mother all the time.
Granddaddy was coming, we'd be jumping up and down, we were just happy.
All the time when my mother would go to Philly to see him.
One thing about Granddad, whenever he rolled into town, he was always so sharp.
Yeah, Granddad Herndon from Philly was somewhat of a character.
And he was just so sharp. He was just city sharp.
I kind of viewed him as like a godfather.
He'd always come in town with a nice new Cadillac.
I mean, you know, the clothing, the cigar, the jovial manner.
He always used to be stylish. That's the one thing I remember about him. He would always dress to the T.
But he was very inspirational. I mean, he was a distinct difference from most of the men in my life. I knew he was an achiever.
As many African Americans did at that time, William Herndon, Bessie's father, decided to move to the northern city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to begin his new life and pursue the American dream. They would visit each other on a regular basis to reconnect with family members. As for the sisters, both Bessie and Alice, raised by their mother, the sisters referred to their mother as Mumia. Their grandmother, Anna Howard Wade, who lived in Baltimore, was a woman of West Indian descent. She too would also visit Annapolis to check on her family members.
And grew up in Northwest Street, the Fourth Ward area, just like my brothers and sisters.
Grew up in the 4th Ward of Annapolis.
In the 4th Ward in Annapolis on Northwest Street.
I was born in Annapolis in the 4th Ward.
Into adulthood, Bessie and Leonard raised their family in the 4th Ward area on Northwest Street for many years. Leonard went on to work as a cook at the Naval Academy down in Annapolis, and Bessie stayed home as a housewife and a mother. Meanwhile, her sister Alice met a handsome man from South Carolina. His name was Willie Sampson. The two were married and lived only a few blocks away on Legham Court in Annapolis. The families remained close when Bessie and Alice would keep each other's children. Alice went on to have children by the name of DeGore, Willie, Arthur Lee, and Enrico, which everybody knew as Peanut. Meanwhile, Bessie's father, William Herndon, had found a wonderful woman while living in the Philadelphia area by the name of Rose. William married Rose, and together they had 4 children, Charlene, William, Wilma, and Lonnie. Although he enjoyed his new life in Philadelphia, William, her father, never forgot about his first child, Bessie, and would regularly visit the Annapolis area. In the meantime, back in Annapolis, Bessie became friends with some of the other neighbors who lived on Northwest Street. Her friendship grew stronger with a lady by the name of Patricia and also a lady by the name of Bernice. Bernice was married to a gentleman by the name of Richard Alsop, and they had 7 children of their own. As best friends generally do, they spent numerous hours communicating with each other by phone and in person, and Miss Bernice was involved in many organizations, and she would always give Bessie the scoop on things around Annapolis. Bernice even encouraged Bessie to go back to church, and it was here that Bessie Knight became a member of the Asbury United Methodist Church on West Street. As the years went on, Bessie and Bernice became friends forever. Years later, when Bernice's youngest daughter, Deanna, had a granddaughter named Tia, Bessie became her godmother. Years went on, and Carlise, Bessie's first daughter, had grown. She coincidentally met a man named Leonard Rice. They got married, and they had 4 children of their own. The first was Lisa. Then came Stacy. Then came a set of twin boys, Leonard and Carlos. This extension of the family became a joy to all, as they had regular visits on holidays as well as through the summers.
I looked up to my oldest sister, Carlise. She was a role model for me.
Hi, I'm Dwayne. I am the second child and the first son of Bessie. Grew up in the 4th Ward of Annapolis, in the quiet corner of Annapolis, so to speak, because we're surrounded by 2 cemeteries.
Bessie and Leonard's second child, Dwayne, had a style all his own. He had the talents of music as well as art. Although never married, he did have a daughter with his childhood sweetheart, Argo, and their beautiful daughter was named Tamiko. Argo's close ties with the family remained throughout the years, and Tamiko went on to have 2 beautiful daughters of her own, Tyler and Christian.
Hi, I'm Delorma, also known as Dee. I'm the 3rd child of Bessie and Leonard.
Charismatic, stylish, and flamboyant. What better way to describe Bessie and Leonard's 3rd child, Delorma? She is class personified. During her first marriage, she was blessed to have a handsome son. His name was DeMario. She also went on to have a beautiful daughter named Dua. Both grandkids were very close to Bessie, as she often babysat them while their mother worked. Sadly, DeMario passed in his mid-30s, but left a legacy of beautiful children behind. Dua also has a beautiful family of her own. Their mother has since remarried to a caring and wonderful man by the name of George Goodwin.
Hi, I'm Equavian, fourth child. I was born in Annapolis in the 4th Ward.
Bessie and Leonard's family continued to grow with the addition of their fourth child, Equavian. Inquisitive yet articulate and multi-talented, Equavian had a love for many things, but none more than sports and music. He went on to marry a wonderful young lady by the name of Kim, and they had a beautiful child. Her name is Brittany.
Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the rain.
The 1960s rolled in and ushered in another decade and also ushered in another child, the fifth and final offspring for Bessie and Leonard. As Bessie still says today, he is her baby. His name is Leonard Jr. Following in the footsteps of his big brothers, he had the love for music and also became a pretty good athlete. A few years after graduating from college, he married his childhood sweetheart, Tertia. They had one offspring. It was a boy, and they also named him Leonard Knight. As you can see by now, there are a lot of Leonards in this family. Tertia and Leonard's son, Leonard Delaney, was recently married to a young lady by the name of Brittany from California, and they have a beautiful young daughter by the name of Kennedy Knight.
Yeah, my father, he used to always make sure we had everything for Christmas. I remember that all the time.
Daddy was a good provider. In fact, he worked 2 jobs.
You see, Dad worked at the Harbor House Yacht Club downtown Annapolis, which is a pretty ritzy place, and he got me a job there where I pretty much matured because I met a lot of people.
Always come home and he'd fix this tremendous meal, and we'd all enjoy it. And you know what? Come to think of it, I think that's where I picked up my culinary skills from.
Mama would always do the cooking every day and make sure that he had meals, but my father could burn.
Every Christmas I wake up with bicycles, guitars, just toys all over the place. So my father was a tremendous provider.
And always a good provider.
I remember he got me a job at the Wagon Wheel on Jones Station Road.
He worked at the Naval Academy as a cook, and he also worked at Wagon Wheels, which is a restaurant up in Arnold.
In 1968, the family would be changed forever. Bessie's husband Leonard became ill and suffered a stroke and was stricken with meningitis. This resulted in Leonard's loss of memory. He never recovered his memory and did not recognize Bessie, his children, or his friends anymore. For years afterward, Bessie kept Leonard at her home to care for his every need. The years took a toll on Bessie, and she was forced to place him in the Perry Point Veteran Hospital in Perryville, Maryland. Sadly, Leonard's condition never changed. He remained hospitalized until his death, but many family members saw him through the years. Both Bessie and Alice became foster grandparents. They helped to impact the lives of many children, and years later, as the children grew up and became adults, they still greeted them as grandma. But Bessie didn't stop there. Her desire to become employed as a student aide at the Phoenix Center in Annapolis. Upon return, she joined a computer class at Asbury United Methodist Church, where she is still a member after 50 plus years. Yes, Bessie became high-tech. She bought a computer and a printer, and it opened up a whole new world of learning for her. Her other lifelong interests include traveling. She's been all over the United States as well as international. And if you know Miss Bessie, you know she enjoys taking pictures. She would always be seen with her camera at events. And at 90 years old, Bessie is still very intuitive with a great memory. She remembers every family member's birthday and sends a card or email on the exact date. But the heart of this lifelong story is all about family. Bessie's true love, her 9 grandchildren. And her 19 great-grandchildren. And her 3 great-great-grandchildren. And a host of other family, friends, and relatives all over the United States. The pictures tell the story of her love for them all.
Say happy birthday. Kennedy, say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Say happy birthday, Bessie.
Who's the mic from?
Hi, Miss Bessie. Happy birthday.
My mom, Bessie, wishing you a happy and blessed birthday. You know you mean the world to me. Happy birthday to you.
Well, Mrs. Knight, we're here to wish you a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Knight.
We love you.
Hi, girl. Hi, this is Janelle and Larry.
Yes, and we're wishing you a happy 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie.
All right.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie.
Hey, happy birthday, Aunt Bessie.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie.
Happy Aunt Bessie.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie.
Happy birthday, Grandma Bessie. It has been both an honor and a blessing to have you in my life for the past 20 years.
Hey, Aunt Bessie, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Thanks for being around and always being a central part of so many of our lives.
Hi, Miss Knight. Just like to say happy 90th birthday to let you know that we love you and we appreciate you in our lives.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie, from me and Maya.
Maya, that little monster.
I love you and wish you many, many more wonderful birthdays.
Yeah, and I'm almost there. And you wait for me another 30 years.
Hi, Aunt Bessie. Keith and I just want to say we love you very much and wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Bessie. May you see many more. Happy birthday, Cousin Bessie, from the Moore family.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Bessie Knight. God bless.
Just want to give you best wishes on your 90th birthday. Congratulations.
Happy birthday, Grandmama. Happy birthday, Grandmama. Happy birthday, Grandmama.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bessie. Happy birthday to you. And may you have many, 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 many more.
God bless you, Mother Knight, and happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. 90 years young. We thank and praise God for you and your life and your legacy and how you have been such a blessing to so many of us in the city of Annapolis. Now, you know what happened to Sarah when she turned 90.
90th birthday. You have taught a lot and brought us a long way. Thanks for all the prayers and the love. I love you. Happy birthday, Grandma, from me and Drake. Happy 9th birthday this night. And happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Grandma Bessie.
Happy birthday, Grandma Bessie. It's been an honor to have you as a grandmother for these past 28 years. Happy birthday, Bessie.
Wait, let me get the shot. Let me do.
So happy birthday to you, Bessie. From your son. I'm so happy to put this production together for you. Hope you enjoy your wonderful day.